Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending your useful comments and suggestions. If you do believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. So there are a lot of news for today's session with regards to Nawab Malik, Aryan Khan's case, and there was a robbery from apparently from Sonam Kapoor's New Delhi house. So coming to the first piece of news is with regards to Nawab Malik. Now, ED attaches assets belonging to Nawab Malik and his family. The attached assets included the Goawala compound property and a commercial unit at Kurla in Mumbai, which is a 147-acre agricultural land at Osmanabad, 3 flats in Kurla, and 2 residential flats in Bandra. Now, the ED on Wednesday said it has provisionally attached assets of Nawab Malik and his family in connection with a money laundering case involving Nawab Malik and Hasina Parker, who is the sister of Dawood Ibrahim. Now, the attached assets included Goawala compound property and a commercial unit at Kurla in Mumbai. The agency said that the attached properties are owned by Solidus Investments Private Limited and Malik Infrastructure. Now, these two companies are controlled by Nawab Malik and his family members. So, the ED is probing the sale of the Goawala compound to Malik by Hasina Parker through her trusted aide Salim Patel in 2005. Now, the ED has alleged that the original owner of the land is Munira Plumber and that the land was usurped from her by Parker and Patel through a forged power of attorney in the name of Patel. Now, the forged power of attorney gave Patel the rights to sell the land belonging to Plumber. Now, the ED case against Malik stems from the probe against Dawood, Iqbal Mirchi, Chota Shakil, Parker, and Javed Chikna for Hawala transactions linked to money illegally obtained through extortion, drug trafficking, sale of real estate in Nagpada and Bindi Bazar area of Mumbai, and other unlawful activities. So from this, you can understand how closely knit is Nawab Malik with the underworld, and thereby that's why he was like very much dead against Samir Wankade when Samir Wankade probed the Aryan Khan case because he wanted to sort of protect Bollywood, as Bollywood, as we all know, has a very good deep connection with Dawood Ibrahim. So it's not surprising that Nawab Malik has been sort of fixed, but will he receive the punishment? This is what we have to wait and watch. If ED has sufficient proof to implicate Nawab Malik, will they go ahead and put him in jail for so many years, right? So that's the big question, because if you see in the past, like P. Chidambaram was sort of arrested, for a lot of the cases in finance. So when he was finance minister, but he's still out on bail. So can huge sort of ministers or political leaders be sort of put in jail, for a long time? So that's a very big question, we have to ask. So, yeah, hi, Sharing. Hi, Meera. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Meera. Yeah, by the way, a very happy wish you to all the viewers who are watching today, and I do hope that you get, prosperity, happiness, and peace to your family members and everyone. Now, coming to the next piece of news is with regards to um, Sonam Kapoor. Now, the Delhi police have arrested a nurse and her husband for allegedly stealing cash and jewelry worth 2.4 crore rupees from Sonam Kapoor and her husband's New Delhi house. Now, the police said the nurse worked as a caretaker at her house located near Amrita Shergill Marg. Ahuja's family reported the theft on February 23rd at Tuklak Road police station. The family members alleged that the cash and jewelry worth rupees 2.4 crores were missing and the police registered a case. Police had earlier said the family came to know about the incident on February 11th, but filed the complaint late. On Wednesday, police arrested two people, Aparna Ruth Wilson and her husband Naresh Sagar. Now, Aparna worked as a caretaker to help Ahuja's mother, and Sagar works as an accountant at a private firm in Shakarpur. This is what the police said. A senior police officer said the case was transferred to the crime branch, which then sent teams to conduct raids and question house helps and other workers at Ahuja's residence. Based on the questioning and inputs, we sent a team to Sarita Bihar, where Wilson and Nagar were apprehended. They admitted to their crime and were arrested. However, the stolen jewelry and the cash are yet to be recovered. An FIR was registered under the IPC section 381. So it's quite interesting that both these suspects have been arrested, but they, for some reason or the other, they have not yet recovered the stolen jewelry and cash. So this seems very suspicious to me. Was it all sort of? Is there a possibility that this is sort of staged or something? An FIR was registered under IPC section of 381. More than 20 people working at the residence were interrogated during the investigation. Wilson has worked as a medical care assistant at Ahuja's house on several occasions. We suspect she got information about the jewelry kept in the house, stole it, and gave it to her husband. Nagar has also been arrested after a team of crime branch questioned him. So, I mean, like, okay, you arrested both these people, but what about the cash and jewelry? Where is it, hidden? Like, if they have taken it, they should know where, sort of they stole it and where they sort of kept it, right? But how come it's not yet found? And it's a very big question mark, right? Now, coming to the next piece of news. And also one more thing is, when it comes to Bollywood, it seems that, all the sort of agencies like the police, they work very efficiently when, someone from the Bollywood, they are affected. In this case, a theft happened at Sonam Kapoor's house. And it seems the police have been super efficient and they have sort of arrested the suspects within 24 to 48 hours or something. But when it comes to the common man, you can see how much how the police sort of are not as efficient, like in the case of the SSR case. Even though he was a huge celebrity, that they botched up the investigation. So it's very so you can see sort of double standards. Now coming to the next piece of news is hi Karthik. Hi Rochelle. Now coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Aryan Khan. Now, as you know, that NCB has suspended two officers who were part of the Aryan Khan probe. So these two officers' name is Vishwa Vijay Singh and Ashish Ranjan Prasad. They were part of the team that raided the yacht Cordelia in October last year and arrested Aryan Khan. And Singh, superintendent of police in NCB's Mumbai zone, and Prasad, intelligence officer there, were sent letters on Wednesday informing that they were suspended pending an inquiry against them. The Director General of NCB, SN Pradhan, however, said their suspension has nothing to do with the Aryan Khan probe, but for procedural and vigilance lapses in a separate matter. The decision to suspend them has been taken on the basis of a report submitted by Zonal Director and Regional Director of Mumbai. Pradhan added that the vigilance inquiry in Cordelia case is still continuing. The Narcotics Enforcement Agency didn't elaborate on the exact charges against Singh and Prasad, and the case in which they have been handed the suspension. An officer who didn't want to be named said several irregularities were found in the new investigations were carried out by several members of this Mumbai zone team. When contacted, VV Singh said, I have not been told about the charges against me, so I cannot say anything. Please ask the department. Now, HT reported on, media reported on March 2nd that the special investigation team, which is now investigating the Aryan Khan case, has not found, they have not found any evidence that the actor's son was part of a larger drugs conspiracy or an international drugs trafficking syndicate. SIT has also found several irregularities in the dramatic raid, which was led by Samir Wankade. Contrary to the allegations of NCB's Mumbai unit, SID formed after the Bombay High Court granted bail to Khan on October 28, found that Khan was never in possession of drugs, hence there was no need to take his phone and check his chats. The chats didn't suggest Khan was part of any international syndicate. The raid was not video recorded as mandated by NCB manual, and the drugs recovered from multiple accused arrested in the case shown as single recovery. As reported by media, while nothing concrete establishing of a conspiracy has been found against Aryan, others who were found in possession of drugs will be charge sheeted. NCB recently sought some more time from a Mumbai court to file the charge sheet in this case. People familiar with the investigation said Aryan Khan will most likely be given a clean sheet in the charge sheet, but a legal opinion will be taken before the final decision. Samir Wankade, as all of you know, who has been sent back from NCP, he was in the past led a team of officers and some witnesses on night of October 2nd last year to raid a cruise ship, Cordelia, at International Cruise Terminal at Green Gate in Mumbai. Now, NCB seized 13 grams of cocaine, 5 grams of mephedrone, 21 grams of marijuana, 22 pills of MDMA, and 1.33 lakhs in cash from the cruise vessel. So, what does this all say? It's kind of, NCB, after the exit of Samir Wankade and his investigation in the Aryan Khan case, they have in Twitter, you could have seen that they sort of took Bollywood celebrities as ambassadors for, fight against drugs. And also, now they have suspended two officers who were part of the Aryan Khan probe. So, so many questions are being raised regarding the present NCB team, and especially why is Aryan Khan case given so much of preference? If it was a common man who had who was in the Cordelia cruise in place of Aryan Khan, he would be arrested and he wouldn't be let out on bail so easily. Yeah, hi Karthik. I heard that you're not feeling well. I hope you are fully recovered. Big names, Runa says, big names just escape even after doing such crimes. This is sad. Exactly, Runa. Even Alia's marriage is in YouTube trending page. Yes, Kritika. So you can see how powerful Mahesh Bhatt is in the Bollywood syndicate. That he has Alia Bhatt starring in RRR, which is Rajamouli's film. And why does Rajamouli need Alia Bhatt in that film when you have actors like Junior NTR and the other actor, I forgot his name, but I mean they can carry the the film by themselves, right? They are such powerful stars in Telugu industry. Why would they need Alia Bhatt of all actresses, right? So you can see how the Bollywood is using now South Indian film industry for sort of for their own purposes. Yes, Sikkim, we had reported this that Amir Khan, Salman Khan, met some minister in Saudi Arabia. You're absolutely correct. So right now, even if you're not aware that there was an IFA Awards recently in Dubai. So why is the IFA Awards being conducted in Dubai? When it can be conducted in India, right? So you can see how deeply Bollywood is connected with the Gulf countries. Yeah, yes, it is Ram Charan and Junior NTR. Thank you. Gas prices are hit wrong has instead of gas. Okay. Mickey, do you mean that the petrol prices have increased a lot? That's what you're indicating? Hi, Shilpa. Yes, Sikkim. So, they're trying to cash in on the popularity of South Indian film stars. Maya says that 7 states pre-planned attacks on Ram Navami processions, and even Times Now is reporting it as a toolkit to destabilize using sleeper cells. So yeah, a lot of there's a lot of deep state, sort of plans to destabilize India. Before it was the farmers' protest, and then now you have the hijab sort of protest, right? And now that has died down, and you can see this, pre-planned attacks on Ram Navami. So they somehow want to, destabilize India by all these plans, because economically India is very strong and it cannot go like the as of now it cannot go like Sri Lanka or Pakistan, right? Because we sort of export a lot of things also. We are not sort of a total importer of things. Samir Wankade, the actual hero, has been suppressed. What message is the system giving to the youth of the country? We should raise our voices and make officers like Samir Wankade the actual hero. Absolutely, Runa. It's absolutely. We had an interview with Samir Wankade on Candid Meena, and you have to listen to that interview, and it's very inspiring. And uh, I would request all the viewers to share that video to all the young people, so that they'll be inspired to be officers like that. Same to you, Savitri. Happy Vishu to you. Well, one of my sources in IT department said SRK and all are involved in high-level human trafficking. Is it? Mhm. Being human. Dubai and London are the routes taken by these celebrities for nefarious money laundering activities, not just Bollywood, but politicians like Pinarayi, Stalin, and businessmen too. Mhm. Yes, there is the hand of top 20 intelligence agencies to destabilize India and other merging nations. Other day, I saw another YouTuber talking about Homi Baba and how he was murdered by CIA. Yeah, absolutely, Sikkim. Now, they are trying to sort of everyone is against Russia also. So all the international media. So they're planning to do something like that against Modi also, in the form of the toolkit. Since there's no competition for Modi ji in the political sphere, because he doesn't have a strong opponent in the opposite party. So anyone sort of can defeat Rahul Gandhi in an election, right? So I'm looking forward for a big mandate in 2024. National elections, when Modi ji will again become the prime minister for the third time. So yeah, most of the youth are going mad over Alia marriage, as if they are getting married. Now, Kritika, I would like to point out that it's like the PR machinery which is in place by all the social media outlets. So it's not the actual fans of Alia, but who are sort of getting frenzied over this marriage. It's paid organizations by Alibaba's PR team, so that they sort of hire people to comment, like, and sort of give some emoticons and stuff. So you feel like they are real people, but they are all part of the PR machinery. So yeah, I watched the interview with some. Maybe we can invite him. Yes, Rona, we'll try to interview again if he's free. Can't understand why these big names are involved in child trafficking. So much money and fame they have, and still these creeps. Hope they get punished soon. It's a very close syndicate, Savitri. So it's like everything is very closely linked, whether it's drug trafficking or human trafficking. All this money is interlinked to each other, and it's all linked to the same cabal. So that's how they make their money, right? Money laundering operations run to Hong Kong, Hawala operations. Paramveer Singh is in a very tough position as he's between a rock and a hard case. If he takes others down, he goes down too. Yes, absolutely. Jaishankar handled US threats very well, giving them a taste of their own medicine, talking about the poor human rights record, and that US has no moral ground to talk down to India. Absolutely, Maya. Especially when a sort of black man was killed by a white police officer in the US, right? And now they are lecturing India on human rights. So I'm quite impressed with Jaishankar as a minister, and how he gives it back to the media. Hong Kong, Singapore, Sydney, New York, London, Frankfurt, Paris, and Mumbai, where major stock exchanges are money laundered through there. Mhm. Yes, we'll be covering it. There's a playlist where a lot of people have been interviewed, and you can get details in Candid Meena playlist with regards to Bollywood secrets. When you see the cabal, do you know that the so-called head of the snake is none other than the top 20 intelligence agencies of the world? They make the rules and break them. Yes, Sikkim Tiger, and even the world events like what happened in Syria, Iraq, and Libya, and they are sort of responsible for that, especially with the Arab Spring and the farmers' protests. All are part of the same deep state. Now, coming to the next piece of news is quite interesting. Now that Imran Khan is out of power, it's a chance for his ex-wife Riham to sort of make fun of him, and Riham Khan sort of made fun of her ex-husband Imran Khan, and she said that he has comedic talent, and suggests that he should be a good replacement for Sidhu uh, in the Kapil Sharma show. So Riham Khan has been sarcastic about Imran Khan throughout the political crisis, and she used terms like delusional and mini Trump for him. Now, speaking to media, she mocked Imran Khan, saying that he should try his hand at Bollywood. She also appeared to refer to his statement that no superpower can dictate terms to India, suggesting that US pressure was behind his sacking. He has become emotional. I feel India should make space for him, maybe Bollywood. I believe he can give an Oscar winning performance. This is what Riham Khan told media. As a hero or villain, she was asked. That is up to him. In Bollywood, heroes become villains and villains become more popular. But I feel he has comedic talent. If nothing else, he can go for the vacancy on Kapil Sharma's show. He can take Paji's place. As we can see, he is also Shiro Shairi now. And also, he has a good rapport with Paji, so there can be some sharing with Paji, Shijai. So it's quite interesting that regarding the remarks which this lady gave about her Imran Khan, that he is fit enough to replace Sidhu in that Kapil Sharma show. But she must be unaware that Kapil Sharma is facing a threat for her for in terms of comedy when there's Rahul Gandhi, right? Yes, Maya. Even Rahul Gandhi, he goes to Italy every time something's happened in India. Absolutely, Kritika. Sensible Life says, disappointing to know that honest officers are removed. Absolutely sensible life. Entire Bollywood is like a group of zombies. Only body is there, no soul, as if they have all been lobotomized. Absolutely, Karthik. Honest officers are removed because they get close to corruption, and revealing them is why they are stopped, just like they did with Samir. Absolutely, Mickey. Imran is under house arrest. His fourth wife's secretary stole some $9,000 when the wife is supposed to have supernatural powers. Now, coming to the last piece of news is with regards to Elon Musk. Now, as all of you know, that Elon Musk, had a bid to buy Twitter, and there was a response from Saudi Prince Al Walid, who is one of the shareholders of Twitter. And Musk saw some investors, including Al Walid, and speaking against his $43 billion cash offer to Twitter chairman Brett Taylor, days after the Tesla chief denied a seat on the board of the microblogging site. I don't believe that the proposed offer by Elon Musk comes close to the intrinsic value of Twitter given its growth prospects. This is what Talal tweeted. In his valuation, Musk had offered $54.2 dollars per share of Twitter, saying the social media company has extraordinary potential and that he will unlock it. Being one of the largest and long term shareholders of Twitter, uh, Talal said, tagging in a post that claimed that I reject this offer, which Elon Musk offered. The Talal, there was a post that claimed that the kingdom and he owns a 5.2% stake in Twitter. Elon Musk owns overall 9%. So interesting. Just two questions, if I may. How much of Twitter? This is what Elon Musk asks. So, how much of Twitter does the kingdom own directly and indirectly? What are the kingdom's views on journalistic freedom of speech? So, this is quite interesting that Elon Musk talks about journalistic freedom. If he plans to, if at all he plans to take over Twitter, and Twitter, as you know, is under the influence of a lot of left liberal people like Prince Alwali bin Talal. So, what's your take on this, friends? Elon Musk isn't trustworthy. Yes, Karthik, these are sort of artificial bots created by PR machinery. It's not real people. There'll be very few real fans of these celebrities. Sikkim says Ukraine biolabs is where COVID was created along with Wuhan. Karthik says Americans only preach and they never practice. Maya says Elon Musk's offer to take over Twitter is strange when he has resources to start his own social media app. He's so eccentric. Wonder what will be his policies on social media. This is a very, very good and apt question which you have asked. Like what will be his sort of if he takes over Twitter, and it's very highly unlikely that he will take over Twitter. Will sort of right wingers in India be blocked? America is the fake friend you should never have. You can never trust a real enemy anytime, but never USA. So with that, it's a wrap, and so have a good evening, friends, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.